Now on 4, it's time to join Carol Barnes at ITN for a summary of the latest national and international news on this Sunday the 9th of February. It's 5:15.
The former Defence Secretary Michael Heseltine had a mixed reception at the Young Conservative Conference in Blackpool. His speech, calling for a more caring kind of capitalism, was seen by some Tories as his opening bid for the party leadership. But while more than half the delegates gave him an ovation, scores booed and hissed the speech. Mr Heseltine's speech only went ahead after the intervention of the party chairman Norman Tebbit. He later rounded on Mrs Thatcher's opposition critics, asking who could possibly take her place. Well, the opposition kept up the attack today. Labour's Gerald Corfman accused some ministers of undergoing a deathbed repentance by grassing on Mrs Thatcher as her leadership was visibly faltering. And Neil Kinnock said the economic rot under Mrs Thatcher has gone so far it might take more than 5 years to repair the damage. The official election committee in the Philippines says President Marcos has taken the lead following returns from nearly half the country. But the independent election monitoring group still puts the opposition challenger Cory Aquino ahead. The Ulster MP John Hume, who's been observing the voting, says there's been widespread evidence of election malpractice by Marcos supporters. The wife of the jailed South African nationalist leader Nelson Mandela says he will be released, but she doesn't know when. Winnie Mandela visited her husband in a Cape Town jail today and said afterwards it was more a question of when he'd be freed rather than if. But she said there was no question of him accepting exile as part of a release deal. Football, and more than 20 supporters and players were affected by a tear gas attack on the Manchester United team when they arrived at Liverpool's Anfield ground today. One boy was taken to hospital. The game itself ended in a 1-1 draw. Well, that's it for now. The next news is on ITV at 6:30.